In this chapter, following the anonymous route and named route, we'll look at block access in generated route. After creating the block generated app, we'll start by copying the contents of the block named we just created. Counter qubit doesn't need to be modified. Go to main.dart and assign a function that receives a route settings type argument to the ungenerated route property under the route property of material app and returns a route. It is very similar to the named route we just made. Branches to other routes according to the route value stored in settings.name. In case of root route, that is /material page route is returned. But in the build callback, copy the root route callback of the routes above and paste it. In case of a counter route, copy and paste the material page route above and then modify my home page to show me counter. Return null in default case. Now that the routes above are not needed, we will delete them. I ran the emulator to test. After tapping the show me counter button, I will come back. To Command Shift P, select Dart Open DevTools and run the Open Widget Inspector to see the current widget tree. You can see that the two block providers under the material app are a sibling relationship, not a parent-child relationship. Oh, we didn't check the increment counter. After clicking on the increment counter button a few times, we'll go to the show me counter page. We confirm that it works normally. Global access actually doesn't have as much content to cover as anonymous, named, or generated route access, so I'll just talk about it here. You may have had questions while looking at the chapters related to block access. Seeing this, you may have had the question: if you wrap a higher level widget with a block provider and create a qubit or block, you can avoid all the issues we just talked about. If you can just make a qubit or block available to a whole widget tree, you can easily solve the problem. As you can see in the picture, if you make material app a child of the block provider, you don't have to worry about the problems you were thinking about in the last chapter. This method is called global access. However, if the app grows and multiple teams develop the app, it is not necessary to make all classes global access. It is not even preferable either.